Hey chickies, okay, today we are doing a magnetic mermaid mani. I really hope you like it. Let's get into it. So I'm going to start off by painting all of my nails with one coat of Obsidian by Masura. It is their one coat black polish, like literally just one coat. It's really good. I really like it. Now the next step is a little bit of cleanup. I'm using the UberChic Beauty cleanup brush, which I've showed you previously. Don't forget, all the details about everything I use will be in the description box down below, as per usual. Now, not really enough cleanup for a cleanup porn on this one, so we're just going to skip that for this particular one. So the next step is to protect the skin around your nails. I'm using Bliss Kisses Simply Peel Liquid Latex. Now I'm going to be doing the squishy squish method today, and to do that I'm using this squishy stamper from UberChic Beauty and also these three beautiful magnetic polishes from Masura. All the details about them again will be in the description box down below as per usual. So I'm sure that many of you have seen me do a squishy squish mani before, and it's basically just putting the polish on top of the squishy stamper. There's several different ways to do it, but this is the way I tend to do it most often. And then just squish that onto your nail. It's pretty simple really. It does create a lot of mess, and that's why the liquid latex is such a good idea. And yes, you will need to do a little bit of cleanup, because even if you use the liquid latex, you're still going to have some mess, definitely. Now I'm going to go ahead and repeat that on my other nail. I'm only doing this look on the two middle nails. Now by the time that cleanup is done, the magnetic polish is completely dry, so we're going to refresh it using the clear coat from Masura. No, I don't think it's any different than any other clear coat, it's just that they send it to me, so I might as well use it. Once you do that, you can then take the magnet, whichever one that you're using. I'm just happen to be using the one that they sent me, and you can have a little play. Gosh, it's so much fun. Oh. And yes, I do tend to overplay with these things and tend to probably ruin the whole thing. Well, not ruin, but I do tend to play a lot. I can't help myself. I don't know what it is. I just literally cannot help myself. Okay, so the next step is to move on to the stamping. I'm using UberChic Beauty's Mermaid Life plate. I love this plate so much. I can see this plate a lot in my future. I'm only using a couple of little things from this plate, the mermaid print, and then a mermaid herself as well. I'm also using Dance Legend stamping polish. I'm using the gold and the black. So I'm starting off with the mermaid silhouette in gold, and then I'm actually going to try and be really stampy, fancy, do some fancy stamping, and do initially gold, and then I'm going to come back over the gold with black, so exactly the same image, and just move it slightly to the left or right so that you still have that gold in the background of the black. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Now some people might think it'd be a good idea to just leave it like that, but then I decided to stamp using some of the magnetic polish that I use for the base and do exactly the same thing, the mermaid, and then move it slightly so that there was still a little bit of the black in the background and a little bit of the gold in the background. But you just wait, I will show you. This is actually worth it, and I think it worked out really well. So whilst I'm waiting for the mermaid nail to dry, I'm going to go ahead and stamp using the gold stamping polish the mermaid print, and I'm going to stamp that completely over the other nail. So next I'm coming back to the 3 stamp mermaid nail. It's like 3 stamps, and we're going to refresh that using the top coat, and then we're going to come in with the magnet, and you'll see what I mean by how well I think this worked. It's just my opinion, doesn't have to be everybody's, but it is most definitely mine. I really do think that this gave, like, by doing it this way, it gave the mermaid a real 3-dimensional feel. Feel free to disagree with me, but that's just how I felt about it. Because I can't help myself, and I've got to top coat this nail anyway, I might as well have another play with the magnet just in case I can. And yes, I can. So why not just go ahead and do it. Now I don't think you can refresh it like the next day, but within at least within an hour of painting it on your nail, I think you can still play with it. And just because this is the only way for me to prove to you that it worked really well, and that's by moving my fingers around under the camera so you can see all the shifts and changes the way, depending on how the light hits it. So just like I could play with this forever, like literally forever. This is way better than the magnetic polish that came out years ago. It just is. And that's it for this one. I really hope you like it. I hope you liked it as much as I did, at the very least. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, chickies. Oh, and thank you for subscribing, and thanks for that delicious thumbs up. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to go and watch my previous video because it's super duper important. Anyway, I'm going now. Goodbye.